Hello, friends. This is John Klein III, and this is episode 34 of Shadow and Flame of Magic, the podcast. And today we're going to review Guardians of the Galaxy, the 2013 volume, or third volume of Guardians of the Galaxy, issue 11 Point Now. So, let's get to it. And once again, thank you to Francisco for providing the theme song to the podcast. We appreciate it. And this is Trial of Jean Grey number 1, because this is the reverse of the all-new X-Men issue, whereas the Guardians show up at the last page. We're going to see what they did before all that. So this is a continuation from all-new X-Men 22 Point Now. The cover is the Guardians with the all-new X-Men in the background. It'll be the first of 2 times we'll see them in the issue. This is part of the all-new Marvel Now initiative. It would have cost you $3.99. It's rated T. The entire galaxy is a mess. Warring empires and cosmic terrors plague every corner. Someone has to rise above it all and fight for those who have no one to fight for them. Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, Gamora, the most dangerous woman in the universe, Drax the Destroyer, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot are the Guardians of the Galaxy. Previously on Peter Quill's estranged father, the King of Spartax, tried to capture the Guardians for disobeying his new rule that no alien hand may touch the planet Earth. In return, Peter shamed him with some colorful public defiance. The hunter-warrior Angela has come to this galaxy because of a time-space continuum accident. She's trying to figure out her place in the galaxy. Thanos' army came very close to taking the planet Earth, but the Guardians helped save the planet. The Mad Titan has disappeared. And this came out in March 2014. The writer is Brian Michael Bendis, artist Sarah Pichelli. Both of them are co-creators of Miles Morales. Color artist Justin Ponser. So you already know this is going to look amazing. Letter VC's Corey Pettit. Cover by Sarah Pichelli and Justin Ponser. And there's some variant covers and an animal variant cover, but we don't have those. Assistant editor Ellie Pyle. Editor Stephen Wacker. Editor-in-chief Axel Alonso, Chief Creative Officer Joe Quesada, Publisher Dan Buckley, Executive Producer Alan Fine, Angela co-created by Todd McFarlane and Neil Gaiman. The Milky Way galaxy, still in one piece against all odds. Because it's a Bendis comic, you gotta take your eyes from the left upper page to the right upper page. Nowhere, a port of call, but there's a handy little square that leads your eye to it, so it's like, okay. A port of call near the end of the universe. It's a real place. We see Peter Quill is enjoying a drink. He catches the eye of a Medusa-looking lady with pink tentacles and zebra under stripes for the underneath um, the snakes, if you will. He raises a glass, she raises a glass, and she gets very serious. And then he's like, huh? And you look behind him, and what the what? Gamora? But not in her black and white uniform from the comic, the cover, but like a old school 70s, like vampire look. Quill, Gamora, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? What are you doing here? You're a wanted man. So are you. She's not a man. Come on, Quill. But why are you here at a place you always go to? Because it's the first place anyone will look for me. So they probably already looked for me here and moved on. What are you doing here? Looking for you. It's the first place I looked. I thought you needed some special you time. And we talked about this. If you hang out with me in places like this, it dramatically lowers my chances of meeting a fine female companion. Which, because I'm the only human in this part of the galaxy, is already an uphill. Do you forget that your father has the entire Spartax army looking for you? He did have the entire Spartax army looking for me, us. He did? Did, past tense. He did have the entire Spartax army looking for me, and now he has the entire Spartax army looking for Thanos. He didn't forget about you. I am hard to forget. So what's the plan? Plan? What are we going to do next? And he grabs two shots. What are we going to do next? First, you're going to look down at your belly button, and you're going to see that my one-of-a-kind elemental gun's pointed right at it. Then you're going to tell me who you really are. And he does, in fact, have a gun pointed to her belly button. You ever been hit by lightning? I hear you never fully recover. Then again, this page is a double page. She stares at him. He stares back. Oh, there's some profanity. You're a skull, aren't you? And then she smirks. Shit, it's the snaky shape shifting. That's why no one likes you. You don't have to be mean. You were right after your father. He does have the Spartex guard looking for Thanos, so he hired every bounty hunter on the planet to look for you. Bounty hunter, bounty hunter? And the drink the bartender served you. Well, I think you're figuring it out. And then he just smacks face first into the table with a slam. And then we see a council of intergalactic rulers. Jason, who King Jason, I apologize, who's Starfire, nope, is Star Lord's father, and the Gladiator from Shi'ar's there, a Brood Queen's there, um, the Supreme Intelligence is there, and then two other people who I do not recognize. Um, and Jason's like, everyone's kingdom still in one piece. Everyone happy. We now have a newly reformed Skull Empire. Why don't you tell us why you called us all together, King Jason? And press X for Jason. Which I can't imagine his name is Jason, but they have J-S-O-N. But I can't imagine it's pronounced Jason. I did not. I was hoping I could go my whole life without ever speaking to any of you kings and queens ever again. And the one wearing the gold armor is like, where is Thanos, Jason? If you know, you have to tell us. If I knew, he'd be dead. And Gladiator's like, I called this meeting. Karlach of the MCR taking some initiative. The Brood Queen's like, what is on your mind, Gladiator? This would be a sensitive subject based on the events of the last few weeks, but there is a problem on the planet Earth and it needs to be taken care of immediately. Thanos again? You are speaking of the young. Uh-oh. And the Supreme Intelligence says, you are speaking of the young mutant. Yes, I am. We have received similar intelligence. And Jason says, why don't you fill us all in on your superior intelligence, Supreme Intelligence? Which is just fun seeing those four words going. And then we see a hologram of the Dark Phoenix in a striking pose, and then Teen Jean in a pouty face. And I'm trying to follow my eyes here. Oh yeah, so the Supreme Intelligence says, her name is Jean Grey. She's a mutant. She's one of the original X-Men. Most of you will know her as the primary host of the Phoenix. It was she who embodied the Phoenix when it sent the Glorax star into supernova, obliterating 11 planets, including the entirety of the Tricla population. The Bird Queen interjects, she died years ago. Yes, she did. And the X-Men have gone into the past and pulled the original members to the present. Man, that is some superior intelligence. And our intelligence says they now reside here in the present. Now, why would they go and do a thing like that? Nausea. Nastasia. Which is funny because it's Bendis who wrote that story, and so now he gets to poke fun of like, why did I do that? And Gladiator says, because they are mad, selfish children who never learn from their mistakes. Is that the cause of the space-time continuum timber I've been told about? No, but it didn't help. And the gold plated king or queens like what time-space continuum trimmer? Just before the Mad Titan tried in vain to invade the Earth, there was a time-space continuum trimmer. Trimmer is a good word. Just another fun example that Earth is a dangerous place full of dangerous creatures, but you didn't bring us all here just to let me say, I told you so. And there's a little note here saying Pacelli after Burn, which I think is probably her giving credit to Dark Phoenix here. Jean Grey's alive and she needs to answer for her crimes. And here's another double page that makes us go from upper left to upper right. This is a young woman who has traveled here from the past? Yes. So she has not actually committed these crimes yet? So they're addressing that early. It is the feeling in the Shepard Empire that it does not matter. Crimes against this galaxy were committed, and the creature who committed them is alive and well. The Shi'ar Empire will have Jean Grey answer for those crimes. What are you asking us for? I am not asking for anything. I'm telling you the Shi'ar Empire is about to embark on a secret operation to extract the young woman from her home planet. We plan on taking her to the Galactic Tribunal for judgment and punishment. We agreed, some of us rather reluctantly, to leave the Earth alone, and we plan on doing that as soon as this matter, which is of great importance to our empire, is taken care of. I invite each of your empires to have delegations at the tribunal. But the creature did not commit the crimes just yet. The crimes were committed by her, and she will answer for them. And now the Team Jean hologram is very smirky and looking pretty smug, whereas Dark Phoenix is still putting her hands up in the air like she's hungry. The Guardian ship, cloaked from interstellar radar, so shh, which is pretty fun. We see Tony sending an electronic message because he was a member of the Guardians during this third volume. Yeah, how does Tony talk? He's like, I hope you guys are getting this. This is Tony Stark broadcasting to you live from Earth. I stole your intergalactic smarty phone transmitter thing the last time I was on board. That's how I am broadcasting to you. So listen, with all things Thanos and all that, I won't be joining you for any more intergalactic vacation disasters. And the room is Groot, Rocket, and Drax. I want to thank you for your incredible hospitality. I'm really glad I was able to spend this time with you. If you're interested in any more Earth stowaways, I have a couple of candidates for you. I, I think would, um, he looks at his notepad. I'm going to retake this. Okay, deep breath. This is Tony Stark broadcasting to you live. Hey, Stark. You know you were watching you right now, right? Says Rocket. What? You're talking to us live. You think you're recording this? I am Groot. I might have. Any chance you could give me back the tech you stole from me? Any chance FedEx delivers to wherever you are? And Rocket's enjoying a sandwich, and Drax is ripping off pieces of a turkey, it looks like. I don't know what that is, but I assume that means you're being a gonad. But I mean it. I really do want to thank you guys. I really needed to be there, and you guys were amazing hosts. I hope I can return the favor as Rocket hangs up on him. And they just go back to eating. Then we see Gamora and Angela. Angela in her revealing outfit, but with a white cloak over her head. But the cloak, the hood's over her head, but above her eyes, and then the white back of the cloak is just draped over her shoulder, so it's not concealing anything. And Gamora also has a hood up, so that's fun, but is in her black and white outfit, which we get her in Fortnite. Uh, it's that outfit. Uh, Angela, what do you think of that? For you? Maybe. I don't see it, Lady Gamora. What don't you see? It's not you. You don't know me that well. Hold on. And they scan the room, and they see Squirrel Gamora lugging Quill about. Ugh, heavier than you look. What do you think you're doing? So it's Gamora versus Gamora. And the squirrel one shoots a laser that Gamora just blocks with her sword. Angela comes in, stabs the squirrel through the chest. And Gamora, the real one, goes, "Who are you? Who is paying?" And then Angela just cuts off the squirrel's head. What was that? She changes shape. She is a squirrel. Squirrel? A species of shape-changing scoundrels and religious zealots. And you just killed her. I want to find out who she works for. And the squirrel's face remains being green, of course, because it's Gamora, but now has a squirrel chin identifier. You know who she works for. You told me that your Earth boy Quill's father has marked him for death. She works for his father. I promise you the conversation you would have had with this hunter would have been irritating. I don't like wasting time. I see that I have perturbed you. As her killer, this bounty is mine. I present you her ship. It is now yours. Which I don't know how she knows that's her ship of all things, but okay. Thank you. And then Quill's like, oh, hey guys, you are an idiot. What'd I do? 17 Phonics later. Okay, maybe 1 week, which is fun. So the Guardians are just flying about. I am Groot. Shh. What's going on? Shh. Guys, you're going to want to hear this. Last week, when the Murder Girls decided to go totally Phonak on the Badoon home planet, which I do like how Bendis takes the time to just pepper, well, at least Rocket's dialogue of like space terms, because it doesn't make any sense that all their colloquiums would be English. Is he referring to us? Yes. Yes, I took the liberty of planting a signal zig tag into their intelligence systems. Speak what you mean. I made it, that was Drax. I made it so we can hear any and all Badoon communications. And Badoon is where Jason resides, rules over. Yeah, no kidding. A lot of it's nonsense of just run-of-the-mill baboon garbage, so I created a secondary program that alerted me if there was any mention of Earth in any of their communication systems. Nice. Thank you. And I was just alerted. Listen, the Shi'ar would have us believe that the Phoenix host is alive and well and living on Earth. The Phoenix? What is that? Keep listening. The gladiator, the Shi'ar, told the king of Spartax they are going to find this young Jean Grey human and put on a ridiculous trial. All the troubles of the galaxy, and this is what the Shi'ar are busy with. Let the Shi'ar put on their ridiculous show for the Spartaks. Let the galaxy see how far they have fallen. It will only make it easier for the Brotherhood of the Badoon to put its sword down on the side of the galaxy once and for all. And we still see Dark Phoenix is a hologram with her hands up, and Smug Teen Jean is still the image. This is madness. The Phoenix? It may just be gossip. The Phoenix? And Quill finally answers the question. Jean Grey was an X-Man, an Earth girl, a mutant Earth girl. She became host of the destructive cosmic force. It wasn't pretty at all. Which I guess it makes sense. The Dark Phoenix, after it happened, must be the, like, the nightmare that you tell children to make them behave. Like, eat your dinner. The Dark Phoenix will eat you and the planet. But Jean Grey's dead. The Phoenix is gone, I guess. Maybe it's just us, someone else. No, they were talking about Jean Grey. I mean, we don't know if anything's coming to Earth as soon as ping. What is it? But if she's alive, she was the harbinger of destruction. Something's wrong, though. It feels off. It's not our concern. I know this won't be total shock, but I don't like the sound of it. I don't like my father's name being mentioned because you think he's looking for an excuse to come to Earth. It just might be gossip. The baboon are dumb Sarnox. And then they have a hologram of Earth. It means someone has entered Earth space. The Shi'ar? How'd you guess? So much for gossip, Quill. Your call. We're getting into this? and then the ship just starts. It's not the Starjammers. The Merlo? What's the Starjammers ship name? Anyways, their ship is coming to Earth. Let's go. Rocket, can you track the ship's destination? Please, who are you talking to? I've been tracking ships since before I touched my first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh? You sure our ship just done up and disappeared? They cloaked themselves. Well, of course they cloaked themselves. I just never seen a cloak that good. What does the mean furry one? It means they're better than us. Can you still track them? I am doing it. And I like how like it's images of outside, but because of the word bubbles, like Rocket's is a little edgier. You can always tell when Rocket's talking, and that's just good lettering and word building design. I'm already doing it. I can have the mainframe fill in their course, match it on any environmental disturbances along the original route, and boom, there you go. What is Canada? It's cold and distant. You'll love it. What are those lights indicating? Whatever's down there is not totally technically human. Who are we fighting exactly? We're going to shut down this operation and then figure out what's really going on. It occurs to me this might be a trap. And so they've landed in Canada, and we know it's the new Xavier Institute. Well, Jean Grey, Shi'ar, Badoon, Canada, X-Men. If it is, it's a good one. And dramatic page reveal. And from the opposite of the all-new team, where it ends with a double-page Guardians, we see a single splash page of the all-new X-Men. Bobby, who's in shock. Kitty Pryde, who looks cold. Hank, who looks cold or angry, probably because he's barefoot in the snow. X-23 just looks ready. An angel is flying behind them all. Hey, we're the Guardians of the Galaxy, and we're here to profanity. We're too late, aren't we? To be continued. I want to take an image of this page because probably the only reason I even kept this in my collection was because of the Kitty Pryde at the tail end here. On sale now. Follow the trial of Jean Grey and all new X-Men 22.0. And I wonder if the trade did a fun thing where maybe they printed the Guardians first and then did the all new side. Or do they just print one whole issue, second whole issue? But since it's a Bendis book, I imagine he would have okayed whatever plot was like, yeah, do the Guardians. No, I guess it makes sense to just do the Guardians page and then the all new team. I was just thinking like it'd be fun if there was like every 3 pages or every other scene, like we cut between them all. But the all new team pretty much is just following the main cast around. The trial checklist. January, all new X-Men 22.0, Guardians of the Galaxy 11.0, and they're both marked completed, which is fun. And in February is all new X-Men 23, which will be our next issue. Guardians of the Galaxy 12, all new X-Men 24, and Guardians of the Galaxy 13. And all new X-Men 23 is marketed as part 3, because these were both marketed as part 1, which is fun. And that was episode 34 of Shadow and Flame podcast with Magic the podcast. So thank you so much for listening. You can follow the blog at shadowandflameofmagic.com. You can follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at SNFWM, where you can see an image of um, the all new X-Men team drawn by Sarah Bocelli. And you can follow me on Twitter and YouTube at Jackal SIII. And I just completed my Fallout, well, not completed, but second to last episode of my Silver Shroud storyline. We just defeated the big bad, and next episode should be talking to John Hancock. And that should complete the thing. And then I gotta figure out if I'm playing a different game or am I gonna play Fallout for a little bit more, but I'll figure it out. And I'll talk to you next time. And if you give a review for the podcast wherever you listen to it and ask a friend to subscribe and rate, I really appreciate it. All right, everyone. Bye.